With more and more money siphoned into mutual funds and pension funds, corporations have still struggled to find a good source of consistent return for their clients. Pension funds have long been abused, knowing that the money will always be bailed out should it ever need to be. A government will print its currency into destruction before admitting defeat and default on its debt obligations. This time in Dallas, massive withdrawals were taking place, and they decided to prevent that from happening, causing a massive stir. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. This here is bombshell news. This here is not being covered by the media. Does that surprise anybody? Today, let's look at Dallas raiding, as far as I'm concerned, public pension funds. Look at it. Dallas Police and Fire Pension Board ends a run on the bank, stops $154 million in withdrawals. All right, huge news. I need to bring this to you. I'm focusing the entire video on this today. Stay with me for a few minutes as we look at something that will be continued to be widespread. This has gone on in different countries, different cities, and it is a continuing program. Let's forward a little further down in the article. The Dallas Police and Fire Pension System Board of Trustees suspended lump sum withdrawals from the pension fund, staving off a possible restraining order and stopping $154 million in withdrawal requests. Think about what that means. You have your money inside of this pension fund. It's your money, so you think. And now they put a stop on that. So whose money is it? It's yours, right? Okay. Well, you want it back. Can I have it back? No. No, you can't have it back. $154 million worth. The system was set to pay out the weekly requests, pension officials said, allowing the withdrawals would leave them without the liquid reserves required to sustain the $2.1 billion fund. Wait a second. If people take their money out, all of a sudden you don't have enough money. So are you saying it's just like a traditional bank that you go to where they don't have a fraction of the money due to fractional reserve banking and you don't have their money? Whoa. Now this has become very serious very quickly. Our situation is currently, this is the board chairman, okay? Currently critical. And we took action. Oh, you took action, all right. You prevent people from accessing their money, as far as I'm considered. That's theft. That's stealing. Let me continue on here for a moment because it gets better. I'm going to read this and I'm really pissed off. Unfortunately, financially, this had to happen. No, it didn't. Okay? You didn't have to steal people's money. You didn't have to stop this from happening. You, those in control of this pension fund, need to either, and I'll get into it in a moment, this drop plan, deferred retirement option plan, or drop. Okay, basically they can defer the payment somewhere else, and it's a way to essentially make more profit, okay? And what they said was that this program here was the reason they couldn't afford to pay people their money back, so they just put a stop on it until they gather their senses. Let's think about that for a second. Where are those fund managers and everyone else that are trying to manage this pension fund to be able to give the returns that they've promised to these clients? Well, of course, the pension funds aren't doing so well. Even though the stock market is doing oh so well right now, this pension fund, just like many others, isn't doing so well. What about all of that money that's supposed to be in there and instead it's abused? If there is, let's say, $2 billion worth of investments in that particular fund, you better damn well make sure you have $2 billion liquid on hand. Some people are going to want to take their money out, and you better make sure it's available. Look, if there's some sort of tax implications for taking the money out, let's say the individual's, 50 years old, and you have to wait until you're 65 to get that money out, but they want to pull it out at 50 years old, sure, they're going to get taxed based on income and everything else. But if you withhold that money, no matter what, if you're the entity, you're a government, you are a banking institution, you're a criminal. You withhold people's money, you are a criminal. Kingston said the tough decision will be worth it if it means the pension, which is hurtling toward insolvency, they all are. Within the next decade or so, probably much sooner, it's probably already redlining, can be saved. There is something called intragovernmental debt, okay? That's borrowing from itself. The U.S. government is well over $5 trillion of intragovernmental debt. It borrows from the Social Security, it borrows from everything else in order to pay off programs today. That is theft. Look, just because you do it from yourself doesn't mean it's not theft. Sorry to break that to you. All right. Moving on just quickly here. I want to cover a couple more programs, couple more parts of this program. The city proposal would wipe away the drop interest over the years, wiping it away. Let's just think about that for a second. Wiping it away from existing drop accounts, or just adjusting the future monthly benefits for those who already took their money out. I love those terms, wiping it away. Right. You're going to take people's money and you're going to get away with it. Kingston had declined to comment on the plan, but he called the city's plan, finally, draconian. But so is the pension system. Check this out. Pension system's request for a $1.1 billion taxpayer bailout. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, the auto companies, everything else, they screw up and they get bailed out. And who pays for the bailout? It's the taxpayers, of course. That's just the way this works. Both the taxpayers and the police and firefighters will have to share in the pain. Oh, that's right. So let me get this straight. Individual, he works really hard for 20, 30 years, 40 years maybe even, puts his dues in, does what he has to do. And in the end, he gets the short end of the stick, getting screwed over and over again. What a bunch of baloney. I'm tired of this. And the simple fact of the matter is that if we prepare for ourselves now, if you use what I call the money GPS strategy, we don't have to deal with any of this crap. This is all theft, the entire financial system. I know a lot of you people listening have a lot of your money, a lot riding on the stock market in some way, shape, or form. And I'm not here to put anybody down. I'm here because I'm concerned. Look at this. The stock market is going higher and higher and higher, yet this pension fund is dying. And this is from Dallas. It's not from Detroit. It's not from a place where people are necessarily in real bad shape, boarded up buildings and such. That's not the case. We are not. This right here just this pissed me off. We are not holding your money forever. This is your money. Sure. How about this? I reach into your pocket, grab your wallet, take everything that's in there. Let's say it was $100. I take it out, I put it in my pocket, and I say, this is not going to be forever. I will give you your money back. It's yours, okay? Promise. Goodbye. See you later. And then I take that money and I go to the store and I buy an iPod with it. And you may or may not ever see me again. But that bill, though, it had your name on it. I wrote your name right on it. So what exactly is going to happen to it? Well, I don't know. Do you know? No, you don't know. And that's the whole point. The system is rotten. It's rotten to the bone. People don't get that. And people in Dallas right now, innocent people, are getting burned. That's enough for this. I just wanted to also show you the fact that, look, out of the Rolling Stone magazine, looting the pension funds. All across America, Wall Street is grabbing money meant for public workers. It's gone on so many times before and people don't realize it. Their whole livelihood relying on pension funds, mutual funds, the stock market in some way. They're relying on their RRSPs, their 401ks, their supers. And what? One day could be worth nothing. And people are going to be lining up at the bank. They're going to be lining up at government offices. And eventually, when the door shuts on their face, they are going to be pissed off. And there are going to be riots. There's going to be civil unrest. And I don't want to be here at that time to say I told you so. I want to be living way out of the way because people are not going to be happy. If you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. And hey, if you didn't find it informative, if you don't like me, give me a thumbs down. Let me know. I'm not afraid to get those thumbs down too. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. I need to know that. I'm actually a individual who wants to hear from subscribers. I actually do. I'm not like all those others out there who claim to be, knowing everything, all this information. I am a student in this. I study this every single day. So I want to hear what you have to say. So of course, please give me those thumbs up. And if you want to check out more information, look at my book. You can actually flip through it. At Amazon, they have a look inside feature. It allows you to flip through the pages of the book to see if you like it. Take care.